Is that true?
Yes, to land this. Mr. Walter Gretzky, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still standing beside you.
Wow. Take two. I'll just go ahead and pinch me. Go on now.
They're craft dating 48-foot wooden schooners, the traditional kind.
Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Beaumont. Welcome to CNBC, the show that celebrates all the people, places, and things that make the four Atlantic provinces so very special. From Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island to Newfoundland and Labrador, we take you to where the action is.
And as predicted, 2015 was an action-packed year here in Atlantic Canada, and lucky for us at CNBC TV, we've had the joy of taking it all in. From fireside sing-alongs to full-on country concerts, festive feasts to marvelous mixes, million-dollar homes to lakeside spruce-ups, on set, on stage, even on the road. Indeed, CNBC has had a blast over the last 12 months, so as we wish you a very happy new year from Canada's East Coast, we wanted to flash back to some of the highlights. Plus, we've got some truly cool scoop on what's coming up in 2016, so we'll share all the news and dole out some free stuff too. Oh, we've got some greatness to get to, so I say let's get started with a flashback to February and all the Frostival fun we had in Fredericton.
Ooh, I gotta get me some skates.
We had such a great time, outdoor skating and dancing, indoor sports and shopping, and amazing music too. We met up with Amelia Curran.
We should tell everybody you're jet setting back and forth because you're doing two festivals. Now talk to me about that.
It's fantastic, and I have the best job ever. I'm here at Shivering Songs in Fredericton, and then tomorrow I race back to the In the Dead of Winter Festival in Halifax.
Science East got us all fired up, and we even mixed it up at the Capitol Complex. You've got to be there to believe it, as the whole city gets involved with something for everyone to enjoy. And you better believe they're gearing up for Frostival 2016 with more than 100 events over 4 jam-packed weekends, kicking off January 21st with the always awesome Shivering Songs Festival. This year's lineup includes Joel and Bill Plaskett, Mo Kenny, Leahy Babies, and many more. For all the show details, visit shiveringsongs.com. And for all the action-packed scoop on Frostival, which runs right through to Valentine's Day, head to frostival.ca. Back in March, we collected all our East Coast expert advice and put it together in a much-requested how-to show. From golfing to baking, filmmaking to harp playing, flower arrangement to lobster cracking, you name it, we covered the bases. Naturally, we didn't stop there. Over this past year, we've learned how to throw a frisbee, make a bow like a pro, blend up a healthy smoothie. We even worked in some traditional Greek dance moves. Welcome to a CNBC exclusive from the 2015 Halifax Greek Fest, Greek Dancing 101.
Hi, my name is George Theoharopoulos, and it's my pleasure to teach you a Greek dance called the Chasaposerviko. It's really easy. Even if you have 2 left feet, you're gonna pick this up, no problem. So really the steps go like this. Step, behind, step, kick, step, kick, step, behind, step, kick, step, kick, step, behind, step, kick, step, kick. And how about a little bit of music now? Kick, step, behind, step, kick, step. Step, behind, step, kick. And we can do it a little faster. So we add a little jumping in. And then we can add a little kick. So back to basics. Step, kick, step. Thank you. And that is how you do the casapo cervico.
What a wonderful time we had at the Halifax Greek Fest. So much delicious food, delightful friendships, and great, great fun. You should mark your calendars right now and make your way to Halifax, Nova Scotia to take it all in for yourself at the 31st annual event when it goes June 9th through the 12th. For all the event details, visit GreekFest.org. And CNBC.com is where you'll find our directory of East Coast experts. We've assembled all of their wonderful advice on our 101 page for your ease of reference. Still ahead on CNBC, we flash back to our Maritimes in a Day road trip and our pit stop to the set of Mr. D.
Jonathan Torrens, we're just stopping by.
Why? Where are you going?
We're going on a road trip.
Plus, we'll get you up to speed on some cool TV news out of Newfoundland and dole out some awesome East Coast music too. Which brings us to our next flashback to April and the City of Champions when St. John's hosted the 27th annual East Coast Music Week. Well, we talked to as many East Coast folks as we could, catching them between gigs, backstage before shows. We even played a great game of East Coast music lyrics for coffee and had a ton of fun. But it is a busy time for artists, to be sure. You know, they do back-to-back shows, and we just managed to catch NL fella Sherman Downey on his way from one performance to another.
What are you at there now?
You know what? I had to do a songwriter circle.
Yeah.
And I've been making a little bit of money.
Yes.
So I bought myself a tea kit.
You did not.
I do. I love to have
You
it on
travel
stage.
with your own tea?
I travel. It's a case. Everybody, you know, I used to play in a band with the Ambiguous Case, and now you know it's a tea kit in there.
Stop it.
True
The
story.
secrets you learn. Now, how are you? You're doing great. You're looking fantastic.
Sweetheart, thank you
Chicks
very
are swarming
much.
around you
Oh
now,
my
right?
God, I can't beat them off.
Is that true? Okay, now you're part of this songwriter circle. I know that's a big part of your world is writing music, and you're on the road. Where do you find your inspiration?
You know what? Back home.
Is that true?
Yeah, totally. For me, like creatively, I'm most at home in my basement in Corner Brook, where I'm living right now, and also in Codroy Valley, where I grew up as
Beautiful
well.
spot.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Very good. All right. Well, this is my first walk and talk. I usually trip, but it's only because I'm beside the handsome Sherman Downey. Have a
Well
great
done.
show in there, my
Thank you
brother.
very
Good
much.
to see you.
Cheers.
And wouldn't you know it, Sherman hasn't stopped since, teaming up with his very talented friend, singer-songwriter Matthew Byrne, touring the mainland to wind down 2015 and kicking off this new year with their second annual Winter Island Tour of the Homeland. From January 16th through to February the 7th, the boys will be wowing the crowds with their lovely blend of roots rock and traditional tunes. Head to winterislandtour.com for more details on the shows and tickets too. And since we're talking tickets, you can buy yours now for the 2016 East Coast Music Awards. They'll be held Thursday, April 14th at Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and hosted by Cape Breton's own Ashley McIsaac and Heather Rankin. Hey Rosetta, Jen Grant, Fortunate Ones, and City Natives are among the initial performers announced, and it's only fitting on a gala evening that honors the best of the best. The show will feature a special tribute to the late, great Ron Hines, who passed away on November the 19th.
Sonny lives on a farm, on a wide open.
For more information on the April 14th Gala and the 28th Annual ECMA Week in Sydney, which runs April 13th through the 17th, visit ecma.com. Now, as you might imagine, the tributes to Mr. Hines have been pouring in since his passing. There was a huge memorial service held at the Basilica in St. John's on November the 23rd. Standing room only, with all kinds of wonderful sentiments and songs. And there'll be more celebrations of Ron's life taking place in Toronto Toronto, Ottawa, Halifax, and Prince Edward Island, and we'll have more information on cnbc.com once those details are announced. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please pick up a copy of Later That Same Life. Ron Hind's last album was released posthumously the first week of 2016, and our good pal Mark Critch sums it up here quite brilliantly.
It's been a long, long day.
You're listening to one of 11 tracks on the album. This one, entitled The Working Girl, Ron wrote as a tribute to Cape Breton-born legend Rita McNeil. For more on Ron Hines and his work, visit hindsight.org. Time now to take our first break on this first show of the new year, but when we return, we'll flash back to our lakeside makeover and our $1 million home tour. Plus, we'll share the exciting plans Chef Todd Perrin has on the go for Kitty Vitty heading into 2016. We'll be right back.
You're watching TV1, your community station.
Welcome back to CNBC TV. It's our New Year's show, and we're flashing back to all the fun we had throughout 2015 and sharing some cool news on what's to come in this brand new year. Case in point, NL fella Chef Todd Perrin. It was during our NL Fellas episode last May that we dropped by his award-winning Mallard Cottage restaurant in historic Kitty Vitty Village. It was a Sunday, the public house was in full swing, Dwayne Andrews and Aaron Collis were playing up a storm, and on camera, we talked about his journey from dreaming about it to running this truly hot spot.
Now, I hearken back to the days when you were just thinking about it and you were knocking on the walls and trying to clean it up and all that stuff. Does it seem like a blink or?
Yes, it does. Sometimes it seems like 2 weeks, and sometimes it seems like 20 years.
Yeah.
But no, it's unbelievable. The last few years have just flown, so it's unreal.
Is this everything you wanted, Chef?
It turned out exactly like we wanted.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's really we're super happy with it. It couldn't have been better from our perspective, so we're really pleased.
And it was after the camera stopped rolling that we toasted to his success, and he shared news about another project he was hoping to get underway. And now we can happily share Chef Perrin will be moving forward with his plans to create a multifaceted facility with food service and all, where the old Flake House now stands. It's pretty much kitty corner to his current spot in Kitty Vitty Village, and Todd and his team estimate it'll be about 2 years before it's fully finished, but rest assured, the Mallard Cottage will continue throughout and beyond, and this great new place will serve to enhance the historic location. We'll be sure to keep you posted on all the development. Well, since we launched CNBC.com, we've received a steady stream of emails, tweets, and posts from folks who would love to call Canada's East Coast home. So many, in fact, that this past summer we decided to put together our first ever home show. We featured everything from wide open spaces to retail places to tiny shelters.
I love your house, Dawn.
Thanks, Stephanie.
I love it. And it doesn't seem small. Is that wrong? I mean, I know it is. And we've been looking at mansions. But everything's so efficiently placed.
Yeah, it's very boaty, really. You know, we're kind of drawing on this history of Lunenburg. And,
okay, very good.
But I think that the light, the glass is key. Like, to have a lot of windows is very helpful.
Indeed.
We even toured some marvelous $1 million mansions.
Welcome to TRILLIUM.
Wow. Ingrid, this is spectacular.
That's the word for this property. Spectacular.
Oh my goodness. You can just walk in and imagine entertaining.
Yeah, beautiful.
Fireplaces, too, in this room. My goodness.
And the coffered ceilings. Lovely oak floor with oak trim.
And look at that view. That is amazing. That's the golf course, right?
That's the golf course. And there's also a 90-foot wharf that comes with this property.
Our great friends at Tradewinds Realty graciously toured us through some amazing spots in Chester, Nova Scotia. We also scored some great home building advice from NB-born award-winning architect Monica Adair. I loved putting our home show together so much that we're hoping to make it an annual episode, so stay tuned for that. Another show I loved happened late last summer when CNBC TV landed lakeside for a cottage makeover project. It was one wild weekend, $1,000, and one harried host that made it all happen. It was such great fun, all the shopping and sewing and painting and crafting. I channeled my inner Martha and had a blast. You can watch both those episodes on cnbc.com and find some great bonus features on the shows there too. Well, 2015 marked a major milestone for us. On July 1st, CNBC celebrated its 5th anniversary online. As you might imagine, we've taken in so many wonderful events and enjoyed a ton of truly engaging and beyond funny interviews over the years. Naturally, we felt the occasion called for a best of show.
First of all, we're sitting on an ottoman.
Yeah.
Have they ever used this?
No, I don't think. I think it's just for show, and like if it's just for show, I think we could do better.
For you and me right now?
No, I meant for the show. Oh. This interview is not a multi-million-dollar production like the Republic of Doyle television series. But I don't think anyone's ever sat on it. I don't think anyone's ever sat on it. But I would wager to guess that Rose and Malachi have probably, they probably, hey, a little dinner, a little dancing.
A little ottoman.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
William Oliver Campbell.
Thank you. Whatever your middle name is. What's your middle name?
Stephanie Ray Beaumont.
Thank you, Stephanie Ray Beaumont.
Shout out to my Aunt Ray, who thinks you're dreamy.
Your Aunt Ray?
Yes.
Shout out to Aunt Ray.
It's awkward, ain't it?
Hi, it is awkward.
It's a good trivia question. How many seasons of 22 Minutes were there? 22. See? And that'd be a good
that would
trivia.
be like Alex Trebek.
Yeah, just to be, the Canadian Jeopardy, whatever that is.
It used to be Definition. You'd win those.
Definition was great. Craft. And it'd be
encyclopedias. What would they give away now? Because they don't.
There was a lot of speculation as to whether it was going to go or not, and then we just got the green light. So, yeah, I'm over the moon.
I feel like hugging him, but I just met him. That's so good.
Come on, get in here.
Mr. Sean McGinley, how are you?
I'm very well, Stephanie.
Am I getting too fresh with you there now?
Not at all. You've made an old man very happy.
First of all, can I just say, I love you, Michelle Milgram.
But I love you too.
It might be a little awkward, and I don't mind putting it out there.
Stephanie wasn't returning my call, so I'm going to push up on Sarah right quick.
Well, you got to go for what you know. You got to do what you got to do, right?
We can negotiate this right quick, you know what I'm saying, and make a different ending.
It's not that kind of show.
Could be a happy ending, too, is all I'm saying.
Exactly. A whole different turn after that. So
this is like Miami Nice right here, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to say how, why, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual. It's combinations of all the above.
Oh, this is getting good.
There's a lot of feeling. I'll just speak up while that... Thanks. Should we start over? No.
The worst part of that was narrowing it down to just 30 minutes. 2015 was such a great year. I'd say the only real downside was trying to figure out what to do without Doyle. And you might have figured after the series finale in December of 2014 that we would have seen a little less of showrunner, co-creator, and star Allan Hawco here on CNBC. But truth be told, he was on more episodes than ever. Naturally, he made our highlight show in January. He was featured on our special 2015 production report in March. We had an extended interview with the man from his hometown of the Ghouls on our NL Fellas show in May. Naturally, he was part of our Best of show in July. And in September, we had a great chat during the Atlantic Film Festival, as SABStv did a TV1 special from the red carpet gala screening of his feature film, Hyena Road. And if all that wasn't enough, we sat down for a catch-up on the Nova Scotia set of his forthcoming indie movie, 1970-something.
This has just been a real treat for me. I love coming to Nova Scotia to work.
Right. What a time of year, too. It's beautiful.
Man. Is it always like this in the fall?
Yes.
It's not fit, man. In Newfoundland right now, it's like...
Summer was a blink in Newfoundland, but we don't have to talk about it.
No, let's not talk about it. It was depressing. But you know what? I didn't care. I had a summer off, really.
Right.
I was just, I was writing and stuff, but I wasn't shooting anything, and I took myself off the market to grow this friggin' beard for Frontier. But it worked out perfectly.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I couldn't cut it because of Frontier, even though I still don't know what role I'm going to play. It's gotten so...
How do you not know?
Well, it's ballooned so big. The project has become such a international deal now because we have an international partner that I can't talk about yet. huge. So the parts that were written for me are going to the biggest movie stars in the world. So I'm like,
are you kidding me?
Yeah. So I can't. I'm not. I'm the executive producer, and I'm not complaining.
Wow, that's a good problem.
Yeah, it's excellent, and
Okay.
I'm very proud of the boys. The Blackie brothers created it, and Peter and Rob and Perry have been writing it together, and they have another writer, Greg Nelson, and Brad Payton has been actively. He's an executive producer on it. He's going to be directing it. It's going to be. Take the shot. This is a huge step forward for us as a company, and
it's all going to shoot in Newfoundland, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's big. It's so big. It's so big.
Oh yeah, it's big. Frontier stars Aquaman. That's right, Game of Thrones alum Jason Momoa will star in the production that began filming on November the 9th. With locations in Nova Scotia, the UK, and Newfoundland, it's the first multi-layered scripted drama for Discovery Canada. And get this, it will have a worldwide premiere on Netflix. Wow. SABStv has our fingers crossed for an on-set visit before they wrap season 1. So it is with a hopeful heart that we say stay tuned for that. And it's with great anticipation that we say tune in for the season 5 premiere of CBC's award-winning comedy, Mr. D, on Tuesday, January 19th. Matter of fact, it was during our Maritimes in a Day road trip this past summer that we made a pit stop on the back lot of the Halifax production to catch up with series star Jonathan Torrens, and it's fair to say that fella made me laugh more than anyone in 2015.
I was working as a writer on the Juno Awards, and it was the afternoon of the show.
Sorry, I'm holding the mic.
And Corey Hart came over and said, "Just tell me if I won." I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "My wife's homesick. Just tell me if I won so I can go home." He didn't want to stay if he didn't win. He wanted to go home, and he thought that I might know. But the net out of that anecdote is that he speaks the way he sings.
Right.
Just tell me if I won. I didn't know. I was like, Corey Hart, I don't know if you won.
Oh my God! Now you know what I
By
look
the
like
way,
when I'm listening to the
he
podcast.
did not win. It was in
So funny to interview, to watch on TV, and most especially when it comes to listening to his Taggart and Torrens podcast. Jonathan Torrens and Jeremy Taggart took TNT on the road out west before Christmas, and there's a Happy New Year slated for Atlantic Canada, as they've got 5 East Coast shows slated to go, beginning with the Carlton on Tuesday, January the 26th. You can find full event details, links to their podcast, and lots more on their site, taggartandtorrents.ca. And hitting bookstores this fall, be watching for their book, Canadianity, A Bible for Bods. Can't wait for that. Something I look forward to on CNBC TV, no matter the time of year, that's doling out the TV free stuff. This time it's in the form of the new CD from Gordy McKeeman and his Rhythm Boys, Laugh, Dance, and Sing. The East Coast Band did a whole lot of that in 2015, taking home a ton of honors last year, including the Music PEI Trophy for Entertainer of the Year. The quartet are set to rock their signature blended style of traditional bluegrass and old-time roots music through the UK, January 30th through February 27th. Then they'll be back in Atlantic Canada for 2 dates in March, followed by a near month-long swing through Ontario in April. Hey, there are even early ads to the Stan Rogers Folk Festival in Canso, Nova Scotia this July. It's already shaping up to be a busy 2016 for the boys, and they are the coolest. Now you can score a Laugh, Dance, and Sing for yourself, plus a CNBC t-shirt to boot if you can tell me what big anniversary did CNBC celebrate in 2015. Here's a bunch of beautiful people who helped us mark the occasion with a very big hint for you now. Once you know it, hit the website at cnbc.com, click on the TV Free Stuff button, and submit your answer. Good luck to ya, and we'll be right back with more music and TV news from Canada's East Coast.
You're watching TV1, your community station.
This episode of CNBC TV is brought to you in part by Fredericton's 4th Annual Frostival, Atlantic Canada's largest winter celebration, with more than 100 events over 4 jam-packed weekends, January 21st through February 14th. Frostival includes the region's best outdoor festivals, events, and indoor cultural experiences. Visit frostival.ca for all the details, then head to Fredericton for all the Frostival fun. Welcome back to CNBC TV's New Year's show. It was so cool to kick off our 4th season this past September at the 39th Annual Canadian Country Music Week in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Having been a member of the CCMA myself back in the day, it was great to have a chance to see some old pals.
You gotta know the producers.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Brandt! How are ya?
Man, I'm just amazing. I tell you,
Old school.
I'm having a great time. If I was any better, I'd be twins. This is a good time.
Can't believe it. Patricia Conroy, can I just hug ya? It's been long.
And make some new friends too.
We're happy to have you both.
It's an honor.
We're looking forward to seeing. My aunt's from Georgia. Does that count for anything?
That does.
Does it?
We have pyro tonight too. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
What in the world? Are you
Yeah.
unsure?
Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. I hope this whole building is, because it's gonna be fun.
Things are about to go up in there.
That's right.
Stephen Lee Olson. Oh my gosh. He's a hugger. You can't beat that.
be the proudest.
Fair to say it was Hugapalooza for sure.
No way.
Wait.
Bring it in. Oh, hello there.
I love the fact that the East Coast was so well represented.
Good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. All right, let me just say this. CBC, wouldn't exist without the two of you, and we might as well tell them all that now.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's what I say to myself every night before I go to sleep.
There's a big picture of me now at the CBC. I just put it up there last week.
Yeah.
It was a sketch I did.
A life-size drawing.
But it rained then, and then now it's gone. But
I love this girl. I tell everybody about her. She's Meaghan Blanchard. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm well, and I love that you were part of this whole CCMA Discovery program. Now, what an experience. Talk to me about it.
It's amazing. So it was a national it's a competition, but
Yeah.
so there were
National scope.
Of national scope, yeah. So they had 176, I believe, people send in YouTube videos of just, do you want to be a part of this mentorship program? And I thought, oh my gosh, I have not really delved into the world of Canadian country music, so I thought, okay.
Gotta give it to Miss Meaghan, making it to the top 6 in the 2015 CCMA Discovery Program. Well, that's pretty cool. But getting a shout out from Grammy-winning supergroup the Dixie Chicks, that just might top it. See, with the pending threat of another snow-filled winter on Prince Edward Island, Blanchard took to YouTube with the parody of the Chick smash, I'm Not Ready to Make Nice.
I'm not ready to scrape ice. I'm not ready to fall down. I'm cold as hell. Just watch those tires spin around and round and round. It's too late to book a flight. I probably would if I could, but the price of oil is up again. I knew I should have switched to wood.
And it wasn't long before the song went viral and the Dixie Chicks themselves reposted it to their Facebook page. Now that is pretty cool. It's always awesome to put together our annual East Coast production report. We preview what's getting set to screen, what's ready to stream, and those TV and film projects in the works. It was during our April episode that we expressed our concerns over the return of Haven after its 26-episode 5th season. After having the Sci-Fi Showcase original shoot all over Nova Scotia's South Shore, we really weren't ready for that curtain to close. But all good things must come to an end. And indeed, on August the 18th, we received the official word that on December the 27th, the very last episode of Haven, entitled Forever, would be broadcast here in Canada. Fans around the globe were heartbroken, and we here in the Haven Hood were too. And I gotta say, those final few minutes of the series finale, they were bittersweet ones for sure. You can find Inside episode 526 on cnbc.com, along with a ton of other series features from over the years. Series star Emily Rose tweeted out this cool video following the broadcast finale on Sci-Fi, and while that was a sad one, her tweet to kick off the new year was one of sheer joy. Emily shared the news of a brand new baby boy born December December 31st. Congratulations to amazing Mama, Daddy Derek, and Big Brother Miles. What a happy new year indeed. Now you can watch this episode and all the other great TV One programming anytime you want. Simply click the on-demand button on your Bell Alliant Fiber Op TV remote and follow the steps on your screen. Be sure to visit cnbc.com, where we celebrate the people, places, and things that make the 4 Atlantic provinces special 24/7. Exclusive features, fun one-on-one interviews, and all kinds of East Coast goodness. Thanks so much for being with us to kick off 2016 here on CNBC TV. I'm Stephanie Beaumont. Happy New Year.
If there was a movie about Cathy Jones, who would star as Cathy Jones?
Ooh, who would be me? I would try to get myself to play it if I was available.